I'm going to be using what might be called by hypnotherapists an Ericksonian style induction. And in this process, the conscious mind will hear the words and the subconscious mind will be able to make the choices. And our goal here is really to integrate our conscious and our subconscious thinking. It really doesn't matter if you hear all the words that I use or if you only hear some of the words. What really matters most is that you allow yourself to learn from this experience in any way that would be beneficial for your mind to benefit. Why don't you start out by simply taking a deep breath and making the decision to relax. And although your hands are crossed, a lot of times people find it easier to relax if they simply set their hands on their legs. And you can look at your two hands. And as you look at those two hands, you may see some similarities, or perhaps you may begin to notice some differences between them. In a moment, I'm going to ask your mind, the conscious mind that may hear the words that I'm using, or the subconscious mind that will actually make the choice, to choose between the two hands. You may choose the left hand, and perhaps you'll find that that's actually the right choice for you. Or you may choose the right hand, and the other hand will be the only one, of course, that is left. You may or may not understand why you made the choice that you made in the conscious mind, but your subconscious mind will understand the differences between those two hands. In your mind, whether it's your conscious mind that can hear the words that I'm using or the subconscious mind that experiences the feelings that you experience, I wonder if you can make the choice between which of those two hands will become the hand that is as light as a feather, and which hand will be heavier than the other. There really isn't a right or a wrong answer here. It's really dependent on your own experiences and your own choices and the feelings that you have. But as you look at those two hands, your subconscious mind knows which of those two hands is lighter than the other. Your conscious mind may be aware of the choice at this point that your subconscious mind has made. Or perhaps it's not. And that's fine. You can perhaps begin at this point to feel the lightness in one of those hands, and that lightness can extend to the fingertips and even into the nails of the hand that your subconscious mind has selected. That lightness perhaps extends all the way up through the forearm and even into the elbow. If you find your eyes getting tired while you stare at that hand, you can allow your eyes to close. And if you'll do that, you find that the relaxation you experience is twice as deep. The hand that your subconscious mind has identified as being the hand that is perhaps lighter than the other hand knows how to experience that feeling of lightness. And that feeling of lightness in that hand may cause at first a simple physical awareness of the difference between those two hands. Maybe a twitch in a finger, or a tingling under the skin. As your breath becomes more shallow, and your heart rate slows. The subconscious mind that is being spoken to understands the feeling of lightness. It's almost as if a balloon has been tied around the wrist. And as the hand begins to move gently, that balloon causes that hand to rise. The conscious mind may wonder how this occurs, but the subconscious mind is able to create its own reality and its own experiences. And as that balloon begins to lift the hand, slowly but higher, towards your face and into the air, you experience the feeling of lightness. That hand can simply rest right there, higher than the heavy hand, feeling lighter than the other hand. The experiences we create with the subconscious mind are experiences that we're able to learn from and use in any way we would like to. That hand can come back to a rest on the leg, or it can rise higher in the air. Your subconscious mind is able to make the choice of where you'd like to place that hand at any given time. The hand can rise or the hand can fall, just as the subconscious mind is able to note the difference between the left and the right hand. I'm going to ask you in a moment to allow yourself to completely and freely experience a moment of tranquility, a moment perhaps more peaceful than any other experience that you've identified. Your subconscious mind is able to do this because your subconscious mind and the conscious mind can work together. In your mind, take a moment to simply create a feeling of wonder and a feeling of peace. At any time throughout the day, if you experience difficulty or tension or stress, you can bring yourself back to this point where you are right now. I'm going to count to 3, and when I count to 3, you'll become more aware of the room that you're in and reorient yourself to this room. And as you do, you'll become more full of energy and invigorated from this experience. 1, becoming more alert. 2, allowing yourself to feel serene and at peace and at ease, yet energetic. You'll find that from this point forward, entering a state of deep relaxation and hypnosis will be even easier for you in the future. 3, wide awake now, fully alert,